Pokemon, a game where you create a party of 6 pocket-sized creatures and embark on your very own journey. Whether it be with your favorite Pokemon, the strongest, cutest, or maybe even a full team of shiny Pokemon. If you have no self-respect and you just want to see the world burn. But normally, the average journey consists of you making a team of any of the 6 out of the 905 available Pokemon and beating the game. And then, you know, maybe go catching a few legendary Pokemon here and there. Never end up actually using. Because guess what? The game's already over. It's finished. It's complete. So it made me think. I want to experience a true Pokemon journey by using as many different Pokemon to beat the game with a true challenge involved. I'm going to attempt to train a full team of shiny Pokemon. Every time I defeat a gym leader, I'm forced to release them all. My entire team. Start from scratch. That's it. Yup. That's right. Not only am I going to be hunting some of the rarest Pokemon ever in the whole Pokemon world, but I'm going to be doing it 8 times over. This is the equivalent of 8 shiny-only videos in one. I might as well make it a nuzlocke while I'm at it, you know? Why not? You know, what's a little torture going to do? When I've already lost all hope in living, you know, shiny hunting Pokemon that I'll eventually lose in battle, or if not, have to release anyways. But you know, since I don't care enough for my own well-being and refuse to modify the shiny odds in any of my videos, I came across a strategy, one everyone could use. Yes, even you. You just need a regular old Pokemon game. And no cheats and no hacks. But yeah, you are gonna need a console to play that game on, so I hope you at least understand that. So, don't be scared to click the red subscribe button so it can make me feel good when the number gets bigger. And let's just jump right into this. The most important part of this challenge, and the only way this is even possible, is all thanks to the Generation 4 of Pokemon games. For this particular challenge, I chose Pokemon Heart Gold. The Johto games are by far my favorite, and I've never played the remakes on this channel for some reason. What better way to take on one of the most ambitious challenges of all time? Also, there's a total of 16 gyms in this game. If you guys really enjoy this concept, and this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll make a part 2 in the Kanto region. You know, assuming we make it that far, of course. And all the Generation 4 games on the original Nintendo DS, you know, no fancy Switch remakes here. There's an in-game bug, where if you lead with a Pokemon with Q-Charm, and you have the correct combinations of Secret Trainer ID and regular Trainer ID, that your Q-Charm lead Pokemon will actually attract shiny Pokemon of the opposite gender. Yeah, I know, it's a lot to process there. But there are a lot of videos out there to help set this up for yourself on your own Generation 4 Pokemon games. And they may also explain it a lot better how it actually works. But ultimately, it's an in-game feature that makes shiny Pokemon odds possible for us to even attempt a challenge like this. So I'd like to thank the debug team over in Game Freak. Thanks for not being good at your job. Here at Game Freak, we don't encourage cheating. Oh, no. Just use one of our overlooked programming errors to do the same thing. Don't do the hacks. That's bad. Just use our overlooked programming errors. With all that nonsense mumbo jumbo explained, I think we could just have a good time and struggle through this painful grind, catching multiple shiny Pokemon teams. You know, how's that sound? Just like every other Pokemon journey, we gotta choose our starter Pokemon. We choose everyone's favorite Johto starter, of course. You know, Jigglypuff. And finally, we can go out and start. You gotta be kidding me right now, lady, right? You're really not gonna let me leave? Not until I go see my mom? I'll let you know, lady. I'm a fully grown 11-year-old adult. Thank you very much. I'll see her on my own accord. Is that good enough for you? Okay. Fine. I'll go see the old hag. So after returning from the professor's mission, you know, the whole reason he gave us a Pokemon, we received Pokeballs, and the true Nuzlocke and challenge can finally begin. And since it's nighttime, I want to, of course, hunt one of the most iconic shiny Pokemon of all time. You know, Hoot Hoot? Well, more so Noctowl, but you get the point. This really didn't take that much time at all. And I guess I should mention real quick, every shiny we encounter here will be a female. Otherwise, if it's not, that was just regular odds. So me Burby, smiley face. Yeah. It's okay, I got 50 more tries at nicknames to get a good one, okay? But you know, our first shiny member, needs some friends. So we go catch ourselves shiny 6-9, the Rattata, and even Gwen, the shiny Spinard. Follow mechanics in any Pokemon game is always a great touch. I mean, come on, it even shows them in their shiny colors. I'm willing to look past the in-game bugs since you made this bug blue. You know what? You drive a hard bargain. You're pretty good at this. You could probably sell me the same game twice if you tried. Favorite pastime as a Pokemon trainer? Gotta be denying the offer of fellow trainers' phone numbers. I'm not so sure why, but they just take it so harsh. I don't even know you, and I just beat up your pets. It's as deep as our relationship gets. Come on, you're really gonna be that offended? Children prefer to spend time with others their own age. What? One thing we do need is a good Pokemon to beat the flying gym. And luckily, there is a cave where we can catch ourselves shiny yellow rock with arms. And Geodude, or as I like to call her, Pebble. Oh, come on. Nicknames are getting a little better, okay? Sorta. Pebble here is an absolute beast. Not your average skipping stone with arms. I could have even beaten Faulkner with only Pebble if I wanted to. But I wanted everyone to have a chance to die. Also, I may have not known that the first gym had Roost. Oh well, what are you gonna do? With our first gym badge completed, there's only one thing to do. Say goodbye to my shiny soldiers. Thanks for fighting the good fight. Be free, my shiny friends. And also, don't come back, okay? Because I'm not gonna be using any doubles in this video. Not even sure if that was ever mentioned, but here I am. We're mentioning it now, so. I went and did the unknown Kabuto puzzle. You're thinking that a shiny unknown would be pretty cool. But yeah, all we ended up with was a large L. Yeah, of the non-unknown variety, actually. Unknown are genderless, therefore not affected by the Q charm. How don't the sentient letters find me attractive? Seems, pretty impossible if you ask me. So we go back to the Sprout Tower and catch a shiny blue ball of gas. And you know, since it is dead, may as well coin this one meme, since there's so many of those dead memes. Some of my personal favorites of the dead meme variety, Caveman SpongeBob, or you know, the classic, why you know, unknown, why you know shiny. Yeah, we finally get ourselves another member, Bellsprout, that I name Bell Tower. Yeah, I know you're proud of that one. The most important member, Whopper. Yep, you heard me right. Just like the Burger King. This one's very much so alive and very undercooked. I mean, just look at how pink that thing is. You trying to poison me or something here? No Johto run is complete without a Mareep. I may have just named this one, Cotton Candy. You know, a quick training montage later, our team's looking much better. Training these Pokemon takes just as long, if not longer, than actually catching them, thanks to it being a nuzlocke. You know, having to be extra careful not to lose any of these Pokemon. You know, just before I send them off to the meat grinder, that is. Releasing them. That's it. So we catch a Zubat, since these goddamn things are every step in the cave, you know, it was bound to happen. And my favorite team members so far, well, obviously not including Whopper, Sandshrew, formerly known as Sandshrew. That's actually a shrewd dude to you. Who we end up using to defeat Team Rocket, who are in a well, cutting off Slowpoke tails. I know what you're thinking. You're twisted. You want one, don't you? Well, they're only $1 million. You know, just the same price that a Pokemon Heart Gold cartridge goes for nowadays. Well, it only makes sense to ride mechanical spiders and take on Bugsy, the second gym leader. This battle is definitely worth explaining. I Thunder Wave his Scyther first turn, just in case he wants to set up Fury Cutter. But you know, I didn't expect U-turn, so it shows how much I play these remakes, as it even one-shots Cotton Candy. So next out is his Metapod, and Shrew-Dude eventually deals with it with a Swift, even after he unfairly healed it up. But even though Shrew-Dude is the shrewest of dudes, and even got a crit scratch, he ends up U-turning yet again, taking us out, forcing his Kakuna to come out next. We use Bell Tower to wrap it up then. Yeah, very action-packed battle here. Leaving only Scyther. Nowhere left to run now. Being paralyzed doesn't even seem to help us, because he goes for a quick attack. The undefeatable Whopper is here, and just one slam and a water gun later, Gym Badge numero dos. Goodbye, Shrewd Dude. Cotton Candy. Whatever I named that Zubat that I never used. Meme, Bell Tower, and even you, Whopper. May you find yourself undefeatable, even in the other life. In the wild, of course. Yeah. Very much so released. You know, so there's slightly a problem here. Normally, we'd have lots of time to catch a team before the next major battle. But we have, one of the most difficult rival battles up ahead. And we're quickly running out of encounters in the areas that we have access to. So we're gonna have to use some big brain strats. I'm talking strats so big, they're along the lines of, stealing the goddamn Declaration of Independence and writing Goku solos, lol, GG's, get f***ed, and just returning it. See if anyone notices. So with a plan that big, we head to the Dark Cave, all the way at the very beginning of our journey before Faulkner, where there is a 1% encounter rate for Dunsparce. We're gonna need it to be shiny, making this one of the longest hunts by far. Still a moderate time in comparison to regular full shiny hunt odds, taking us a total of 7 hours. Almost as long as it took me to train the next Pokemon, just so it can learn Tackle. You know, with a task that long and ultimately pointless, I had to name it One Piece. Obviously, there's no relation to the show, of course. I would never. It's because it's one big piece of shit. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest, it's based on the show. Even being made out of solid gold and having one of the most hilarious follow sprites, still very much worthless. I'm forced to wake up early, as in, before 3 p.m. Also that I can catch a Pokemon in the daytime to encounter a shiny Pidgey and Caterpie. Caterpie has to be one of the most reliable, repeated shiny Pokemon across all of our shiny series that we've done so far. That's NV Butterfree, if you ask me. See, in my head, the B in Butterfree was a P, so it made sense for MVP, but NV Butterfree is still good too, I guess. I named this Butterfree Bye-Bye, because our time together will be short-lived, just like a true bug's lifespan. I mean, come on, what do you expect? You peaked at level 10. All that was left for us to catch is Onix, and this team would definitely be complete. I guess I don't have any Pokeballs, so I just got a Spearow instead. And with training these mods up, we are more than strong enough to sweep our rival Patrick, and even capture a shiny Oddish, since somehow none of our Pokemon could learn Cut. It's time to take on the Pink Devil of the Johto region. Yep, that's correct. Whitney, the destroyer of Nuzlocks. Yeah, but guess what? I'm an even larger monster of unspeakable sins. I'm a Pokemon YouTuber that not only plays children's video games for the internet, but I perform this task for hundreds of hours just to see the Pokemon sparkle. You think you can beat me, Whitney? I'll use your own role against you. Feel your own wrath. Well, so I guess most of those shiny Pokemon we caught earlier were for no reason. Who would have figured? I thought, bye, who cares, and various other extremely useful shiny Pokemon. Even you, bye-bye. 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 To keep things on the positive side, at least we have a lot of new and cool Pokemon available to us in the new areas. For example, Abra, that I was never able to catch. We also have, strange psychic elephant, or is it an anteater? It's okay. Or the greatest shiny are you serious right now? You just gonna roar at me and gonna have to do it again? As I was saying, the greatest shiny Pokemon ever. And you can't forget, Rudolph the radiation sickness reindeer. Be careful not to stand too close. It can cause cancer. And now I think we're, more than prepared to defeat the next gym leader, Morty. And thanks to Growlithe's bite, we quickly knock out Morty's first regular ball of gas and dead memes. And he quickly places his best hand forward with his Ace Gengar. But we have a safe Swift into Shrek Donkey, as it's not affected by ghost-type moves. Morty. It is you who stuck here with me, as Shrek Donkey has a secret weapon of Astonish. It is more than enough to defeat your Gengar, no matter how much you heal it, or try to put me to sleep. Shrek Donkey cannot simply be defeated by one mere non-shiny Pokemon. You see, it would take 3 non-shiny ghosts to beat Shrek Donkey. She was a great warrior till the end. She died to a curse. Somehow got to it before the radiation poisoning, leaving it only to Arcanine Beats to wrap this battle up with one single bite and end its own journey by being released shortly afterwards. So I guess we're back to the drawing board yet again. We have a few routes to choose new Pokemon from here. Like 69, the Raticate, not to be confused with 69, the Rattata. Buttercup, the shiny Machop, and Paris, the shiny Paris. Speaking of which, I'm still not too sure who was actually in Paris though. And finally, a shiny Pokemon on our team that actually looks different. Teal Coughing, which I appropriately named Choking. Yeah, I know. I'll accept my Oscar for the best Pokemon nickname of all time. Thank you very much. It's very much so an honor. Thank you guys for all the votes. Choking, the greatest. I was really hoping to get a shiny Tauros, but since it's locked to a 100% male encounter, we couldn't get one of those using my specific trainer ID and cute charm Pokemon. I never even came close to encountering a shiny Miltank, even within the 10 plus hours I hunted in this area. Paris eventually evolves into a larger Paris. Now that it actually looks shiny, I think I'm DTF. Yep, that's right. Down to fish, baby. Where I snagged a pea-colored crab. Well, I guess at the time it was close enough to gold for me to name it Money, after the money-hungry ketamine crab himself, Mr. Krabs. And now that we can surf on this small shellfish somehow, we ride our way to the next gym leader, Chuck Norris, who, you seem to have let yourself go a little bit there, haven't you? You know, he's still just as powerful, though, even though he ditched the easiest strength puzzle of all time in this game and went for a waterfall puzzle instead. Still no match for Money. Yeah, again, we got a case of catching more shiny Pokemon than we ended up needing. Oh well, time to catch or release, I guess. I didn't even get to show off Buttercup. Farewell, my friends. Even though it was a short time, I'll never forget. You know just how useless you were. And this time around, we can't release our Money the Kingler until we find ourselves another Pokemon that can surf. And eventually, we get this jellyfish squid thing, Calamari, and even come face to face with one of the most notorious killers of all time, Steve Irwin's killer, the Manatee. I'll never forgive you for waking him from us. You monster! And I have no means of capturing, because I manage items terribly. You live to see another day! Finally came across a shiny Pokemon, since catching a shiny Pokemon in every gen came out a few months ago. Talking about a shiny Farfetch, aka Bird with Leak, or bird that is shiny is weak. Lighter feather color, that's all you got, lighter brown. Really? This one in particular is just going to be our Fly HM slave. The most important shiny that we capture by a landslide is Mankey. Pig monkey. Even though it looks like a shower scrubby with arms. This thing can pack a punch. It even takes on Jasmine's Magnemites with ease. Nah, it's not strong enough to take on her Steelix. He's done more than enough for Calamari to finish the job off with one single surf. But since we only use Tentacool, we are legally allowed to catch a Tentacruel. Cruel World, also known as my underground emo alias. And we capture a shiny Girafarig. Such a cool overlooked Pokemon because it has no real good stats or moves. But I mean, come on. It's like the cat dog of Pokemon. We also catch Shearmy the Flaffy in one of the most grueling shiny hunts of all time. The Red Gyarados of Legends. Somehow, someway, shined first try. And we eventually shear Flaffy into an Ampharos and meet up with Lance, who has an appointment with Dragonite's Hyper Beam in this Team Rocket guy's face. He's such a nice champion. You even battle alongside him in a double battle. You can't forget help him commit war crimes of killing live generator Pokemon just for his political gains. You know, man, I'm sorry you spent your entire life on Genshin Impact. There's no reason for us to kill everyone here just so you can shut down the servers. I was today years old when I realized his name was Pryce, like ice. This is some serious genius dad joke levels. Went right over my 7-year-old head. I've played these games, more specifically Gold and Silver, way too many times to have never noticed this. Shearmy punches his seal right in the face with the power of Zeus, and CatDog attempts to battle his ace, Pillow-Swine. Mostly just so he can have some more screen time, since it's such a cool Pokemon, but let's be honest, it didn't do so much. Cruel World is able to defeat it with a single surf, leaving only his Dugong. 1 in a million deals with, despite him trying to cheat and heal it up. There's really no hope for you, don't even bother. And yet, another gym falls, and a whole team is transferred. You know what? Really makes you think, are Pokemon just tools? Are they really supposed to be pawns in our journey, only to be released back into the world after we're done with them? Oh yeah, not Cruel World until we catch another surf Pokemon, because the game won't let me do that. Like, Goldeen. Yeah, like Goldeen. My favorite Smash Bros. Item. It's just so good. But Sea Queen, on the other hand, oh, she slays and serves. But looking for Pokemon that we haven't caught, I found a blue duck. That's really cool. It evolves into another blue duck that's barely shiny looking now. And I also return to the first route, where I catch a shiny Sentret and name it F in chat, before it will either die or be released at one point. We actually can't progress here until we save the radio tower in Goldenrod City and prevent Team Rocket to pull an endgame and yell Avengers Assemble. And now that that's completed, now the radio tower can go back to playing Gangnam Style. Now we can return to capturing actually useful Pokemon, like Frozen Bacon, the Swinub, which just happens to have Pokerus. Just a virus, far more rare than any shiny Pokemon ever is, or could ever dream of being. And Chinchou, also known as Lit Fillet, or Lit Fillet, depending on how you want to say it. I mean, come on, you gotta admit, they're slightly better than Burby Smiley Face, huh? And now, it's time to take on the last gym leader, Claire the Dragon Trainer, who opens up with a non-dragon. We open up with Lit Fillet, and one discharge defeats the 4 times weak Gyarados, and makes her go into her Dragonair, that Frozen Bacon is eventually able to defeat, even after the full heal BS she tried to pull on us, making her go into her ace, Kingdra, who immediately sets up smoke bombs, ultimately resulting in us missing a few sparks. Having our Kingdra get fully paralyzed, and surviving a Hyper Beam and having to recharge, we are unable to land a single attack after, because our accuracy being so low from the smoke bombs. Lit Fillet is released into the afterlife, leaving after Frozen Bacon, who earthquakes and dies also. F and chat can wrap up the Kingdra's lifespan with strength, leaving only her Dragonair left. And not only defeats F and chat, but also survives a Surf from I'm Blue with about 1% HP, has the audacity to heal it up. And we only have Sea Queen left, and using the HM purpose that we have her for, Surf, we are able to defeat Claire. But you see, we actually don't receive a gym badge here, because we have to prove our worth in the cave out back. It seems kind of sus if you ask me. Is this just where you release them out there, huh? Don't lie to me. We don't have to worry about releasing our Pokemon just yet, until we do this quick personality survey and find out that our dragon star sign, when the moons align with Uranus, I'm in full power, sister. And we finally receive our gym badge, meaning it's time to catch our last Pokemon team, starting with our new member that hyper beams people in the face in real life. That extremely low encounter rate and catch rate pink noodle dragon thing. We eventually get that and name it Boogeyman. Kinda looks like a boogie dragon if you ask me. It kinda looks like Boogie. Now the entire world is our sandbox, and we can catch any Pokemon we want for our final team. That we haven't already used, of course. It's safe to say I went a little overboard with this one. By a little I mean way more shinies than I could ever possibly needed or wanted. But the ones that I ended up going with for our final team were Meryl from the Friend Safari, aka Pika Gold, Mischievous, that took way too long to catch, that we named Ghost Head, after the famous game Clock Tower 2 and the best video on the internet, a shiny redemption Abra, of course named Subscribe, though it doesn't even look shiny if you ask me, a Golbat I caught in the Ice Cave, named Microsoft, because I beat that boy with a bat, and lastly, Heracross, the final member of our team. You can't just go battle the Elite Four like regular Gen 2. Oh no, you gotta battle the Kimono Girls now, and even encounter Ho-Oh. Well, now we can finally travel to a brand new world in Kanto, challenge the Elite Four. Just after we have the most one-sided rival battle of all time with Patrick. Patrick, that was a little embarrassing if you ask me. So now it's time for the actual challenge to start, with the first Elite Four member, Will. And since all of his Pokemon are Psychic, I opened up with my own Psychic, Subscribe. With Shadow Ball, I'm able to defeat his entire team, with the exception of Slowbro, who I just switch into Ghost Head and then also use Shadow Ball. And next up is Koga. I may have forgotten to heal Kadabra, so on our first turn I go for Recover. Even with the Recover, the Poison Jab leaves us at 1 singular HP. So I take out his Ariados next turn with Psychic, so that he can go into Fortress, that I attempt to battle with Hornheart, but he retreats into the Venomoth, that I end up taking out with Aerial Ace next turn, and eventually get a chance to battle again after taking his Crobat out, to eventually land a close combat, so that Boogeyman can have one of the luckiest crit Dragon Rushes ever, and defeat Koga, just like that. Surprisingly smooth sailing so far, which can't get much worse yet, because Bruno has to be one of the easiest Elite Four members in every single game that he graces. Fighting Pokemon just ain't it, champ. Subscribe just single-spoonedly deals with this whole team. You really gotta step this up next year. Leaving only Karen, and Lance left. Her Umbreon goes down to one close combat from Hornheart, and her Murkrow is a much harder threat. But after that, her team isn't that hard to deal with. Hornheart takes out her Vileplume with a couple aerial aces, Pika Gold takes out her Houndoom with a single waterfall, and Subscribe pulls through just barely in order for us to defeat Karen's last Pokemon, Gengar, with a single Shadow Ball, leaving only Hyper Beam Boy left. And I think it's only appropriate if I use my remaining rare candies to get a Dragonite of our own to settle this once and for all. This one is for all the chips, opening up with our fully evolved Boogeyman, and immediately land a Thunder on his Gyarados, taking it out, so the War of the Dragonites can begin. We get some really good RNG for a change, and take out his first Dragonite with only a few Dragon Pulses. Even with him healing it up, we still take no damage. Meaning up next is another Dragonite. Going to Subscribe, who was able to take out Dragonite thanks to a crit and Dragonite missing its Blizzard, bringing out his Aerodactyl, who Pika Gold just narrowly defeats after it chases waterfalls, leaving it down to his final Dragonite, who outrages and kills Pika Gold, Subscribe, Hardhorn, and even Microsoft, with all of his outrage, just like that. You know, it's all thanks to the power of healing. And money, you gotta love it. Leaving it down to only Boogeyman, who outspeeds and deals the killing blow with Dragon Rush, leaving Lance down to his final dragon. Wait, what? Charizard? That thing's fire. You know I used my Dragonite for surfing, right? That's all I gotta do? Alright, that's it. That's all, folks. Defeating the myth, the man, the champion, and becoming the first one ever to ever complete a Pokemon game with only shiny Pokemon that we released our entire team after every gym. Yeah, it was a nuzlocke too, I guess. You know, sounds like it deserves a full like and subscribe if you ask me. And as I said earlier, if this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll attempt the insane level gap of Kanto and the other 8 gym badges this game has, and even rematch the entire Elite Four and take on Red atop the Mount Silver. But until then, make sure to check out my video on Clock Tower. And I've been R9. I hope you had yourselves a damn good time.